Welcome to our last press conference of 2020. Today we will cover 3 topics. First, we will announce a very new and exciting opportunity for travelers at Erie International Airport. Second, we will showcase many opportunities for you to serve on our community on authorities, boards, and commissions. And finally, we will be very proud to present the city's brand new first ever calendar recycling guide. Opportunities for travelers at Erie International Airport. Are you aware of the large role that the City of Erie plays at the Erie International Airport? Not only do we appoint members of the Airport Authority Board, but we also frequently meet with Executive Director Derek Martin on how the Erie Airport can provide the best possible services to our citizens. I am very happy to have Derek Martin here today with some very, very exciting news. Derek?
Thank you, Mayor. Great to be here with you this morning. Beginning today, December 17th, the Erie International Airport will now offer nonstop service to Washington Dulles International Airport outside our nation's capital. United Airlines will offer 4 flights a day between Erie International Airport and Washington Dulles. 2 flights will originate in Erie. 2 flights will originate in Washington Dulles. The flights will leave Erie at approximately 8 a.m. and 3 p.m., and they'll arrive in Erie approximately 10:45 a.m. and 5:50 p.m. Scheduling timing of these flights is subject to change during the global pandemic. Ticket information is available online at unitedairlines.com. One of the things the airport gets asked frequently as I go throughout the community, is it safe to travel? Well, the University of Harvard and the Harvard Aviation Public Safety Initiative released a detailed study which found that layered approach to intervention combined with face masks results in a very low risk of the coronavirus transmission on aircraft. As well as United Airlines was one of the leaders in enacting new policies and innovations designed to keep employees and passengers safe on their planes. United was one of the first airlines that mandated their flight attendants wear face masks and quickly followed with customers and other employees that work for them. United Airlines also has a policy in place if a passenger refuses to wear a face mask, they will be denied boarding and they'll be put on the do not fly list for approximately 3 months on their air carrier. Also, studies have shown that COVID-19 exposure risk is minimal with proper air filtrations. And as some folks know, air filtrations on aircraft is at the highest level possible. In fact, studies have shown, conducted by the Department of Defense, reveals that risk of COVID-19 exposures aboard aircraft is almost zero due to United Airlines' advanced air filtration system, requiring mask wearing and airline diligent cleaning protocols. We look forward to welcoming local citizens on board flights from Erie International Airport to Washington Dulles, with connections to families and friends on the East Coast as well as Florida and international destinations as well. This is a great benefit for not only leisure travel, but the business travelers of the community. And we look forward to continuing providing excellent service here at the Erie Airport for the regional community.
Thank you very much, Derek. You have been working hard to add more flights coming in and out of Erie. It is great that the Airport Authority received, my understanding is about $292,000 for small community aircraft services grant. And it will help bring Washington, D.C. flights into Erie. It will also reduce United Airlines costs for the first year, which really motivated them to bring this service to Erie. Direct flights to Washington, D.C. were definitely on the checklist of what Erie area businesses wanted. They also needed access to other cities in the United States and around the world. Dulles International Airport also provides connections up and down the East Coast of the United States, as well as to 46 different countries. Once again, Derek, thank you and your staff for all that you do in making our airport flourish while serving this entire region, especially during this pandemic. Derek, we are very happy you brought your vast experience to Erie to lead our airport into the future. Next, when I became mayor, one of my goals was to ensure that our appointments to authorities, boards, and commissions did three things better. First, include all parts of our community. Second, provide the knowledge and expertise needed. And third, lead these organizations into the future. Imagine the excitement and energy that will grow from a passionate group of volunteers who, with diverse backgrounds and perspectives, have the skills, qualifications, and expertise needed to serve. We've been trying to do this for 3 years, but until today, no vehicle existed for the City Council or the Mayor's Office to recruit this diverse group of volunteers with the knowledge and skills needed. Back in 2019, we launched Appointment Process 1.0 when we announced our first open, transparent process and received over 200 applications to fill 13 vacancies at that time. That was a good first step. I'm very happy to announce that this year we are improving it with Appointment Process 2.0. My team, led by Renee Lamus, took on the arduous task of pulling together all the disparate data on the various authorities, boards, and commissions and providing it in one location on the City of Erie website. This gives interested candidates easy access to information about positions they may be interested in. This was accomplished with a great deal of work from my Chief of Staff, Renee Lamus, the City of Erie's IT Director, Brian King, and our media strategist, Frank Stramilla, as well as many members of City Council. The city has created and will update regularly a page on the city's website to provide the following information: an overview of each organization and its purpose, roles, and responsibilities of board members, requirements to become part of the leadership group, the current roster, meeting dates, times, and locations, links to defining ordinances and websites, copies of bylaw guidelines and recommendations, and skill sets, experience, and qualifications requested by each organization. This was a huge first step at gathering all the information and providing it in a one-stop shop for interested candidates to review. It can be accessed at cityof.erie.pa.us/ABCS. Today, we are pleased to announce that in collaboration with City Council, we are opening up a transparent application process for potential candidates interested in serving in a volunteer capacity on 15 different authorities, boards, and commissions. There are currently about 45 vacancies, 24 to be appointed by the Mayor's Office and 21 by City Council. The portal will open tomorrow on Friday, December the 17th. The deadline to apply is 11:59 p.m. on Monday, January 11th, 2021. Now here's the application process. Interested candidates will be able to access the application process through CityGrows, our online platform on the city's website. The link will be provided on the city's homepage on the Authority, Boards, and Commission page. Upon entering the platform, applicants will find an introductory explanation of the process, followed by the name of each organization, how many appointments are open, the skill sets, experience, and or qualifications needed to serve, what are the residency requirements, and a link to the City of Erie's website that provides additional information on each organization. If after reviewing each organization and its needs, you feel called to use your skills and expertise to serve, we would love it for you to apply. To receive full consideration, you must answer every question and submit your resume. Be sure to provide your address, a thoughtful explanation of why you want to serve on a specific organization, and a description of how you meet the skills, qualifications, and experience required by each organization. Only complete applications will be reviewed. CityGrows will provide more information, but briefly, at this point, City County and I are seeking candidates for the following 15 groups: the Blighted Property Review Committee, the Building Code Board of Appeals, the Stationary STEM Engineers, the Board of License Examiners, the Zoning Hearing Board, the Blighted Property Review Committee, Property Maintenance and Rental Appeals Board, the Civil Service Commission, the City Planning Commission, the Erie Metropolitan Transit Authority, Erie Waterworks, Erie Western PA Port Authority, Higher Education Building Authority, Redevelopment Authority of the City of Erie, the Urban Forest Committee, and the Human Relations Advisory Committee and the Historic Review Committee. Now here's some information on the Historic Review Committee. It's a newly created board resulting from recommendations made by the Historic Preservation Task Force. This 7-member board will be comprised of 5 voting members and 2 ex officio representatives from the City Department of Planning and Neighborhood Resources and the Planning Commission. Those ex officio representatives are non-voting members who will provide support, guidance to the Historic Review Commission. 3 of the 5 board members will be appointed by City Council, 2 are appointed by the mayor. The majority must reside in the City of Erie. We will be working collaboratively with Council to identify a team with the following mix of skills and expertise. We need, first, professional preservationist or an agricultural historian from a broad-based local organization which is involved with historic preservation history. We need an architect with interest and background in historic preservation. We need 1 representative from the Erie County Board of Realtors to share viewpoints of the real estate sales community. We need 2 citizens who have had an outstanding interest in and knowledge of historic preservation and restoration in the City of Erie. This is an exciting opportunity to serve. Now I'll turn it over to Councilman Dave Brennan to share his and City Council's perspective on this. Councilman Brennan.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a very exciting to, with the authorities and boards to actually have this as a transparent process. It's very exciting. But in August, I did sponsor a resolution for council in support of online accessibility of City Erie Board and Authority information. This initiative was an effort to further the City of Erie's commitment to expanding diversity, equity, and inclusion in government and provide a varied perspectives. As you can imagine, our city relies greatly on volunteer assistance from citizens to become involved and make contribution to our community. By serving on a City of Erie boards and authorities, the management of our boards and authorities involves tracking in seats that are currently vacant, terms that are soon to be expired, terms that expire within a year, and terms that still have terms that have expired but still have members that are holdover status. Some boards and authorities may at times require special areas of expertise, while other areas need a general public perspective from citizens looking to carry out their taxpayer-funded missions to benefit the public good. The City of Erie has worked very hard to develop a transparent online process, a resource that will provide information to candidates looking to serve on City of Erie boards and commissions, featuring an online interface to apply and to find both current and future vacancies. This online tool will make it easier for elected officials to identify a larger pool of candidates, expand the diversity of potential candidates, give citizens greater understanding of the roles and authorities and boards and their missions, and give clarity on designations to make decisions on the public's behalf. The plan and process are now formulated for the online presentation. I want to thank the mayor and administration and my colleagues on council and everyone who contributed to this effort. It's very exciting, and to speak directly about the Historic Preservation Task Force and the Historic Resource Committee that's going to be formed, it's exciting to move our city forward and to bring a lot of these initiatives and to bring more transparent process to the program. Thank you so much.
And thank you very much, Councilman Brennan. I can tell you that everyone at City Hall really appreciates your and all of City Council's commitment to developing a transparent, accessible application process to foster diversity, equity, and inclusion in our authorities, boards, and commissions. This will help make our vision for Erie real. As I have said many times, Erie's diversity is unique and gives us the opportunity to have an incredible city. When the composition of our authorities, boards, and commissions resembles our community, more perspectives and ideas will be shared and heard. We will be a city where everyone wants to live. With diversity, more ideas will be generated, and better, more well-rounded policies, programs, and initiatives will also be developed. The more we can empower everyone to share their skills, talents, and expertise, the more we will build a community and foster a greater sense of belonging for everyone. This will serve to build opportunity, restore hope, and transform Erie into the community of choice that we have envisioned, where we celebrate a rich cultural diversity, our welcoming, vibrant neighborhoods, our world-class downtown and bayfront, our excellent education for everyone, and our great abundance of good family-sustaining jobs. These tools will continue to evolve and become more user-friendly. With what we now have in place, in the future, the mayor's office and city council will announce openings well in advance of term expirations. This will reduce both the need for board members to serve after their terms expire and the possibility of a lack of quorums, which can cause delays in very crucial actions. The bottom line is this: residents now have a tool that they can easily access to better understand the roles and responsibilities of all of our boards, authorities, and commissions. Thanks again to Renee Lamus and to everyone who worked hard for many, many months putting this new process in place. This will make our authorities, boards, and commissions much more diverse and much more productive. And thank you to all the citizens who are willing to become part of a team that we will move Erie forward. We look forward to working with all of you. Remember, if you're interested in helping us to transform Erie by serving on any of these positions, you must apply by January 11th, 2021 at 11:59 p.m. Finally today, we have one new thing to announce. I am very proud to announce that this year is the first time ever every citizen in Erie will receive an official City of Erie calendar. We created this calendar to share important dates, phone numbers, and information about city services. You will also notice each month highlights a different part of our vision for Erie. We want to share our goals with you and let you know how we are working to achieve them. You'll see some nice pictures of Erie in this as well. Included in the calendar is our 2021 recycling guide. Our marketing team redesigned it to make it more user-friendly, concise, and informative so you know what we can recycle and why, and I thank Aaron Lonke for his work on that. And you won't misplace it either. It will always be available to you inside the calendar hanging on your wall. Here to tell us more about the city's recycling program, we're joined by Sarah Peelman, our Recycling and Sustainability Coordinator. Sarah?
Thanks, Mayor. For 2021, we are still following the same recycling guidelines that we did last year, but there's a few important things to remember. Whenever you put your recyclables out at the curb, you want to place your clear recycling bags or blue bins curbside, separate from your trash on your regular collection night. We want you to use clear plastic bags or blue bins. The reason blue bags are no longer acceptable is because our recycling vendor only accepts recyclables if they can clearly see them through the bag. And if they're not visible, then they end up throwing the whole bag in the trash. So it's important to use the clear bags if you're going to use bags. Blue bins are not provided by the City of Erie at this time, but they are available for purchase at most hardware stores. And we ask that you don't mix in any trash with recyclables. If you're not sure if it's recyclable or not, it's better to just throw it in the garbage, because once a bag is contaminated, the recyclable items won't be sorted separate from the garbage, and the entire bag will be thrown into the trash. Here's what you can recycle at the curb. It's still numbers 1 and 2 plastics. Those are the ones that have a screw top, cap, or a lid. And we ask that you throw the lid in the garbage and just recycle the bottle, jug, or jar. And cardboard and paperboard are still recyclable. It helps if they're flattened. Metal food and beverage cans, we ask you to rinse those out. And then, of course, newspaper, office paper, and magazines. And to find out what other materials are recyclable, including glass and grocery store bags, things like that, you can visit our website at erie.pa.us/recycling.
Thank you very much, Sarah. And I learned something. I will be sure to take the lids off those number 1 and 2 bottles now and throw them in the trash every time. I'm also asking all residents to please join me in recycling this upcoming year. Our goal is to keep as much reusable material out of the landfill as we can, but we need everyone's help. If you have any questions about our recycling program, you can always refer to our recycling guide inside that new City of Erie calendar, or visit erie.pa.us/recycling. Residents can expect the calendars to arrive at their homes by the end of this year. Finally, to close out today, I would like to reflect briefly on the year. 2020 was filled with hardship and strife, but we also saw residents in our community overcome these hardships with some really good perseverance. I would like to thank members of our community who collectively pulled together to make the best of and learn from the situation the pandemic has put us in. In Erie, we can always rely on our neighbors. That's what makes our community great. So, if you do nothing else for this holiday, I encourage all residents to be kind to one another. I want to remind everyone that COVID-19 epidemic is still raging in our community. In fact, this week, with the number of cases per day averaging 250, we are actually on track for the most cases ever to be reported in Erie County. All we have to do is 4 very simple things to lower the number of cases and deaths from COVID-19 in Erie. Please remember, to stop the spread of the virus, do this. 1, stay home as much as possible. 2, if you must go out, wear a mask covering your mouth and nose. 3, stay at least 6 feet, which is about 2 arm lengths, from others who don't live with you, and avoid crowds. And 4th, wash your hands much more often with soap and water for about 20 seconds, or use a hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. It would also be great if you shop local, whether that be a local restaurant, a grocery store, a business, or any kind of service. This year has been especially tough for local small businesses, so please support them during this trying time. Finally today, I want to promote the United Way of Erie County's 211 initiative to offer residents a little help this holiday season. Hundreds in Erie County will be in need of warm meals and services to help their families meet the challenges of our winter season. The power of United Way's 211 helpline is that it connects people in need with resources and service fees, and confidentially, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Free holiday meals and services in Erie County are available by going to United Way's 211 website, which is pa211nw.org, or you can simply call 211 on your phone. Thank you for watching the last press conference of 2020. My team and I look forward to continuing to share great information with you when our press conferences resume on January 7th, 2021. Until then, take a deep breath and enjoy the holidays.